All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Dalton throwing on second down. Incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it here with Smith. Evades the tackler, and now some space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go back to the ground with Smith. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
It's caught. Nelson. But he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
It fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here we go now with Smith. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Dalton. Jackson's got it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Tremendous coverage. There, just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. On the ground, this is Smith. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Martin. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On second down, Martin, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
It's caught by Jackson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
And Dalton to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Graham's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sinderic Marks able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Redskins. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 1st down, here's the run with Martin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Peters coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They come up in an offset eye. Fourth down. Dalton wants to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Here's Shane Graham for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the... right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On the carry, here's Smith. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third down, it's Doug Martin. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And they're going to speed things up here. They run again on first down, Martin. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Perry Riley. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help the team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now Dalton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Their big-bodied receiver. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They come out here in the eye. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And off comes to Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And now they're in the hurry-up. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Sundaric Marks in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for the end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordy Nelson, 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. It's up and good to make it 21-17. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's second down. Don't look it. They set up the screen to Martin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Doug Martin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that.
There he goes left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
He's going to go. Justin Forsett. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
This is one of those games where you hate that anybody has to lose. So many points, so many great offensive outputs individually and collectively, but somebody had to go down.
And even the losing team had fun, although they won't admit it to us here in the media. But they had a blast because that kind of football, back and forth, touchdown after touchdown, it's fun for everyone. But the winning team, they had a little bit more fun than everyone else.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
You know the part of the song